Okay, I wanted to make a video about a firearm for an SHTF or WROL type situation. This is for those of you out there that are on a really tight budget. You know, I've got to put other stuff aside, but I need a gun as well, and that's the way to go. Or you're not really a gun person, but you realize you're going to need one for self-defense. You see, a firearm is the second most dangerous weapon, right? Second most deadly. Using your head, right? That's the number one. So use your head here, man. So, again, mainstream media is clueless or lying to you, but you know what's up. Where do you start? I recommend you start out by storing water first, right? Because without water, you're going to die. 3 days without water. And try to find a renewable water source, right? Without water, you're dead in a few days. There's lots of people out there with guns and ammo stockpiles, but they overlook water, right? This means if you're smart, you'll be able to acquire more guns and ammo later, right? Because they're going to have all these firearms, but they're going to die of thirst pretty soon. And you can't save the world. There's nothing you can do. I doubt, somebody that's died from dehydration is going to have much use for an expensive rifle and cool gear. So I recommend you start storing up water. Bottled water, not these 2-gallon tubs. Those things get flimsy as you stack them up. But like cases of water, they send them out like that on pallets. They're pretty stable. You can stack up quite a bit, right? After you've started that, of course, some dry goods, canned food, stuff like that. But then I recommend you start with a good handgun, right? A good handgun. Something that everybody in the family can use, right? For those of you guys out there that have, like, let's say you have kids that are of age to use firearms, you need to train them too, right? If they're old enough, they're responsible enough, you teach them to have respect for that weapon. You teach them, how to use it. Maybe not field stripping and all that, but at least how to use it and respect it. Not to mess with it until you guys go to the range, right? But you want something, let's say you have a petite wife or something, man. I would say most, like my wife, she doesn't like a 12 gauge. She can use it, but she really prefers not to. So I wouldn't say you buy a handgun like a .357 Magnum or something, and here you go, honey. If something happens, use this. Something she can use, control. Most people, you have a teenage daughter, teenage son, something that everybody in the family of age could use, right? And something you could take with you, right? We'll get to that in a bit. As far as a handgun, I'd recommend a good semi-auto. Because, a 6-round, I don't know about that. You got some 22s out there that are 9-round, but still, I mean, in this day and age, when you can have something like this that has 33 rounds, you never know what the hell people are going to do out there. And you're going to have 6, and then plus that, you're trying to manually load a shell, what am I saying, a shell? You're trying to reload a bullet into a revolver, and your hands are shaking, I mean, you can go to the range and you can fire at these targets, right? But the targets are not shooting back. You don't have that fear and adrenaline. Your hands aren't shaking. Imagine, you're trying to even with a speed loader, it's quicker to put a magazine in a gun, right? Slam it, magazine release, and you're ready to go. Even faster than a speed loader on a revolver. So that's why I'd recommend a semi-auto over a revolver. Yes, the revolver is not going to, it's going to have less problems. If this thing jams, you just clear it and there you go, you're ready to go. But then again, I think that the odds of this thing jamming up against, probably having to reload if shit's really bad, well then I'd take my chances with the magazine, with a semi-auto, instead of reloading manually. And as far as caliber goes, I would recommend, again, you know, I said not 357. I think that's a great round, but, you know, maybe not a family round that everybody can use. I would say 9mm, right? Because it's an extremely popular caliber. During the ammo scare, 9mm was gone, you know, in less than 2 weeks off the shelves. So, here we go. This is where people disagree. Sometimes I've heard videos that I totally disagree with. They say, well, when shit hits the fan, you can't find the ammo on the shelves. Yeah, no shit. Of course you can't find ammo on the shelf. You don't want to be looking for ammo when shit hits the fan. You want to have ammo in your home already. Right? The last thing you want to do is go out looking for ammunition. You're going to buy ammo when things are already bad. You have the foresight to have ammo. Right? And the reason that 9mm is gone is because it's such a popular round. Everybody has it. So that means in a really bad situation, you have better odds of finding a guy that has 9mm to trade than he has 40 or 45. I love 45, you know. But it's an expensive round, and I learned after the ammo scare, it's not as popular as 9. Neither is 40. It took, you know, a couple months before those started drying up when people couldn't find 9, and they decided, you know what, I can't find the cheap 9mm. Let me just buy 40 and 45. They're expensive all the time, regardless of if there's an ammo scare or not. So if you go with a 9mm, you can afford to go shooting. You can afford to take the wife shooting. You can afford to take, you know, your teenagers shooting. Right? Because everybody's going to need to throw lead down range to practice. Now you can do that with an expensive round or a cheap round. I would recommend 9mm because the price. You can afford to take it out and take a lot of people out for target practice. And it's still a damn good choice for home defense. And again, yeah, a shotgun's a great way to go for home defense. But you can't carry it with you. I guess you could, but you know, you're going to raise a lot of eyebrows to say things are really bad. You know, somebody's going to say, hey, look, let's go get this guy's shotgun. Right? They're going to obviously see it. During other collapses, people still went to work. So, but the crime rose. So you'd have big chance of getting robbed sometimes. Now, you can't take a rifle or a shotgun without putting a target on your back, because then, hey, look, definitely got something worthwhile to take. But if you had this, you know, maybe not this particular model, but if you had a handgun, you can carry it with you and nobody would know. And let's say there was a total panic. You just stay home, man. Board up the windows, I guess. Barricade the entrances. Fill all containers with water. Fill up the refrigerator, all the bowls, everything with water. And you just hold up for a couple days. Right? People are going to die from drinking contaminated water. They don't know any better. That's going to happen. And you've got gangs out there. You got marauders and looters and, you know, these prepper wolves out there running into each other in the streets, fighting for dominance. And they're going to give each other lead poisoning. So just stay inside. Right? And if somebody comes through that door, this will work. A handgun is meant for close quarters. If you're in your home, that's close quarters. And, you know, so is a shotgun, but unlike the shotgun, you can carry this with you. Right? Everybody in the family would be able to use it. If you want to get something else later, yeah, maybe, you know, get a 12 gauge afterwards. I would say stay inside, you know. But start out with the most effective, right? Something that everybody can use, something you can carry with you, something that you can afford to shoot, something that the family, everybody can use, this sucker, right? And it's just fun. You know, go out, have a blast, you know. It's fun throwing down lead down range, and you can get practice with that. You know, if you can get an AR-15 or an AK, if you can afford it, hey man, go ahead. But if you're looking just where to start out, or you just want one, or you know you just can't afford it, be smart with what you have on hand. You might be able to get expensive gear and shit later. Again, good reliable handgun. No jam-o-matics, man. a popular caliber. That way you can afford to shoot. You know, you can replenish it later, trade it. I would say make it a popular gun, a make and model, so parts and magazines are easy to find. Right? I like a simple design, so fewer things can go wrong. But anyway, that's just my take. I mean, I love the Glock because of all the things that, you know, the caliber. I love HK. That's really my favorite gun, my USP 45. But this guy, because of the popularity, parts, magazines, everybody has them out there. You know, I'll make a whole video about that. The caliber, you know, you got better chances to find it. That's why I chose this. That's why I would use this. Not necessarily it's my favorite. I just think it's the best way to go as far as popularity, right? Because I can only have so much myself. Maybe I can acquire what I need later. You know, barter, trade, or something like that, or find it. You never know. But that's the idea behind this. And let's say everybody in the family can use. Remember, things won't just happen overnight. It'll be a gradual process. People still went to work in other collapses. So let's say you're taking a shower, right? Your wife's working, you're taking a shower, and you know your son or daughter, you know, assuming you got teenagers or something, they're in the house. Somebody breaks in there. You know, somebody's got a big old knife or something. Well, they can defend themselves. You're naked in the shower. You don't even know what's going on. You just hear a scream, and you know that's the last thing. You don't know. You know, you're all freaked out. Or the wife is at home. You're working. You know, she's in the shower, and then you know whoever breaks in there with a knife. You know, you got a teenage son or daughter there, and then you got your naked wife in the shower. Well, you know hey, you know, you figure that out. But anyway, something that everybody in the family can use. Start there. Anyway, that's my take on it. You know, it's my advice. Take it, leave it, you know, whatever. Let me know what you think about that. But like I said, that's where I would start personally. That's where I did start. And then I just kind of revised it with caliber and gun make. But, you know, hey, maybe you can save some money. And, you know, I didn't believe this kind of stuff. I wasn't a prepper in the very beginning when I started getting firearms. So, anyway, that's me. Y'all have a good one. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye.